Again, I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy schedule to attend this webinar today presented by Hallr. And I'd like to offer Dave the floor.
Thank you so much, Shelley, and I just wanted to take a second again to thank everybody for jumping on this webinar today, and thank Shelley as well as the SSDA for working with us and helping us get started here. So just wanted to give everybody a quick overview. For those who have not heard of Hallr, Hallr is a application designed from an educator's perspective for schools to reach the community in communication. What we've found out through a lot of research over the past few years is that that is one of the #1 issues people are having, is being able to, from an admin or a teacher level, reach the parents with communication items that need to be conducted. So what we did is we sat down with a group of different educators as well as principals, coaches, and then with some developers to try and figure out exactly what we could do to minimize that communication barrier and create an opportunity. So we came up with Hallr. And Hallr, as we get into this, if you guys want to take a minute, you can download the app on your phone as we're walking through this presentation. And you can just find that by going to, if you're an Android user, just go to the Google Play Store and type in Hallr, H-A-L-L-R. An iOS user, just the App Store, and the same thing, Hallr. So we'll go ahead and get started and start walking through this presentation. So what the app does, this is the main screen. The first screen you'll get is as soon as the app is downloaded. You can either sign in with a social media platform, you can sign up with an email, or you can log in with an account that has already been created. As soon as you log in, you'll see at the top right, there's the 3 little gray bars there. That's the menu button. Tap that menu, and it'll bring up the menu items in which you can walk through the app. So what you'll do is, to first get started, you'll open that menu, you'll hit the search button. It'll bring you to a filter. There's a near you filter and then an all filter for the entire database that we have. If you just start typing in the name of your school, for this demo purpose, I'm going to use AA Hallr High Demo. And you would just type that in up there at the search bar, and it'll bring you to this next screen, which is the home screen, or the main screen for your school. And so the biggest thing that we saw with Hallr is that we wanted to give everybody a personalized feel. We didn't want it to just be another application that's out there, but we wanted the schools to be able to really use it and have a personalized touch to it. So what we've done is we've allowed you to be able to upload any type of picture that you would like to use, whether it be a picture of your mascot or your school, whatever the case it is. You can also choose your colors, and that will be fluent throughout the entire app. As you can see, you'll have your website icon. There's also a school location button right below this, which is a map button. And then it gives you a description of your school. If you go back here, let me go back real quick, and if you hit find your team or class, you'll be able to go into a category that you would like to select. If you're a teacher, you can go in, and this first demo is for a teacher's class. So I'll select academic subjects, arts, brings up the teachers that teach art in Art 1. So I'll select Mrs. Teller. Then it brings you to this next screen where you can just click this little star right here, and now you have favorited that organization. What that means is this app is designed, again, like I said earlier, for communication. So as a teacher, as a parent, as a student, as a grandparent, a community member, whatever the case is, they can follow the specific organization that they want to. They don't have to receive information from the entire school or from other organizations that they don't really have a need for, but they can specify it down to the organization that they want to hear from. So what this means is when you have starred or favorited this, on your newsfeed on that main school page, which I'll go back to in just a moment, you'll have all of the events that that person has loaded in. You will also be able to receive push notifications, which is one of the biggest features that sets us apart from the competition with other apps out there, is the push notification ability. And again, we will get to that momentarily. So the next demo I'll show you is, again, going back to that category list, is a sport. So we'll click Sports. For this one, we'll use football. Again, it brings up the football. If there's a description of the team, coaches, phone numbers, whatever the case is, that'll show up right here below varsity. You can star the particular team that you want to follow. You can see all of the events that that team has. You can add that event to your calendar directly from the app, and that'll be just your iCal or your Google Calendar or whatever calendar option you use. If both teams are using the roster function, you'll be able to click home or away roster, and it'll bring you to a screen that looks like this. You can pull up the roster, you can go in here and you can see the position they're playing, the name, the number, and then let's see what position they're playing. So this is a pretty cool feature that not a lot of other apps have. The biggest thing that we see too, going from this one, is being able to see the away roster. That's a pretty neat and unique feature where a lot of other apps, they're specific to a school and they're not generalized to multiple schools. So getting to the push notification, which again, this is my favorite part of the app because this is what brings the most value, I believe, to educators to be able to receive that or push out that information to the community. So in order to do this, again, you just hit that menu button at the top. You click the notifications. You would type in your password here, and that's the same password you've used to log in with the app. You would select the group that you would like to send that notification to. And as an organization administrator, again, if you were a teacher or a coach, you would only see that particular organization in which you have admin privileges over. Simply type the message, and that message has now been hollered out, if you will, to all of the people following that particular organization. So it'll come across your phone screen just like this, or if you'd like to retrieve that notification once again, you just click Notifications here, and it'll show up in your notification center or your notification panel. So this is a quick demo and overview of the app, and I would like to now move into, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, okay, that's great, this is a nice, unique tool, a nice app, it seems pretty simple, but a lot of people ask us, one of the main questions is, well, how hard is it to use, to put the information in, whether it be events, whether it be calendar items, to push out notifications from a web platform, whatever the case is. Well, give me 1 second, and I'll bring that up, and I'll walk you through how you can do that. So what you do is you simply go to Hallr.com, click Sign Up for Free, and you can walk through a 4-step process. Forgive me, I've got my Google remembering all my passwords. Type in your email. Create a password. Select Teacher Admin. Select the state that you belong to. Again, for this purpose, I'll just use the Hallr High demo. This will come up with a pre-populated list. If you don't see your particular organization, simply click Create New. Select the category that you would like it to belong to. A subcategory, if that's applicable. The organization name, so this would be the teacher's name. If you don't see it from this populated list, simply select Other. I verify that I'm a teacher. Submit. You then will receive this thank you for submission. Then we at Hallr will be able to log in, and I'll show you what the dashboard looks like to accept that user. And once you have been accepted, you guys will follow this exact same step. So just above the sign in, you'll click admin login. It'll bring you to this screen here. Type in your username and password. Click login. And it'll take you directly to that school that you belong to. For me, it'll show all of the schools because I'm a super admin user. So it'll bring you to a screen that looks like this. This is the user dashboard. This allows you to be able to see who is following your particular organization, which is a great feature. It just brings up a list of names and emails. You can also go into the particular organization, and if you'll notice here, I have a pending class, and this was mine, so I'll go in here and edit this. Accept it. Now I have admin privileges. So once you log in to that admin dashboard, this is what you'll see. With this, you have like I mentioned in the beginning, you have the ability to view who is following your particular school. You have the ability to view who is following the particular organization, if you click the followers there. You have the ability to send out notifications, and again, I'm going through the main points of this dashboard that are most relevant to everybody. So you can send a notification from here just by clicking it, and it'll bring it over to the recipient side. Type your message and hit send. Or you can also see the notifications that have been sent throughout your organization, or if you're a principal and a school admin, throughout the entire school. The biggest thing why we thought this was a huge value was because what we've heard from a lot of different educators and a lot of different people is transparency. This transparency has been a very difficult issue with whether it be email or the text-based or other notification type systems. But this allows everybody to know what's going on and be on the same page, especially from a principal's perspective. You can see exactly what's been sent out and when. So whoever is following that particular organization will receive that notification, they'll receive the information, and they'll be able to know exactly what's going on. Just a couple of quick stories on this notifications piece before I move on is we just wanted to share a couple of stories with you that have happened locally here in the community. We've got a school that's down south, just about half hour, 45 minutes from us, and their football team has embraced this app wholeheartedly. The football coach sends out probably 3 to 4 notifications a day letting his players know exactly where to be, when to be there. But it's not just the players that receive that, it's the parents, so they know exactly what's going on, and they're able to stay up to date and current with everything that's happening. The story I wanted to share with you, though, was from this same football team. They had an issue where there was some flooding with the canal, and the was it the mayor? The public works director contacted the football coach and said, "Hey, I need your football team here to help us out with this flooding issue." And so the football coach jumped on the app. He sent out a notification. It came instantly, and within about 15, 20 minutes, he had 30, 40 people there helping with this flooding issue. This gentleman asked, "How did you get the information out so quickly?" And he said, "Hallr." And the rec director then proceeded to ask, "Well, how do I get on and use this, app?" And we were able to connect with him and walk him through it. But the point of the story that I was trying to make is that this notifications piece is very relevant to everybody in the sense that you guys can get information one way without receiving tons of feedback or emails back or issues saying, "Hey, I've got questions here." It's just one-way communication, streamlined, that's instant. And so we saw that as one of the biggest features that we have that really sets us apart. And like I say, we've got plenty of other stories that go right along with this last story that continue to back that up. So again, here, if you look at these last few menu items, if you want to create an event, you can simply go to Create New Event, select the title, and we've got 72 options that you can choose from. So we'll say first day of school. You can add a description in here. Please be ready and on time for the first day of class. Select the date. Select the time that it starts. Select the organization that it belongs to. So we'll just pick baseball, for example. If there's an opponent, this would be mainly for the sports side. You'll have a drop-down list with all the different opponents. Select the group that that belongs to. Again, the home or away address. This will auto-populate for you. And then click Save. The live audio and live video feed, those are just if you have that event being streamed. You can just plug the URL in here. And then it'll automatically link those parents or community members to that event. Yep, and this is also where you can add a link to a blog or your website or whatever the case is there if there's a particular event that has a website attached with it, and then click Save. Not go. There we go. And there you'll have it. So with the organizations, this was one other thing I wanted to show you. In your description, and as you're creating it, this is also another spot, this web link tab right here. This is where you can also add a URL if you have, again, a website or a blog or something that, even Canvas, we know a lot of people use Canvas. And what Hallr has, again, been designed to do is act as a funnel to be able to get all of the information in one place and then streamline it out. So you can have your parents go to Hallr, they could click the web link to Canvas, and then they could log in just like that. And so it's a way to just bring all the information to one place, simplified, and be able to get that information out to those people who need it. So the last thing that I'll show you here is if you click this web app link, we also have a desktop version of the application. So it functions just like the phone application does, where you can go and you can search a particular school. Bear with me, my browser's being a little bit slow. There we go. Oh, push too many buttons, button happy. Wait for that to log in. And again, it brings you up that same information that has been populated on the app. You can again favorite. You can see those items that have been posted. They'll funnel down again, just like the app does. You can see events and current things that are happening. So that is a basic overview of the user dashboard as well as the Hallr application. Again, the last point that I really would like to make is that we're so grateful for Shelley and the SSDA to be able to help promote this application. We feel that it is a very unique and worthwhile tool for educators all over the nation to be using. Again, one of the main points is that it's free, and so that allows lots of opportunity where the schools don't have to feel over budgeted or worry about even spending money or funds on this app, because it's totally free to the administrators as well as the users. We've done that to be able to build that user base, give a free tool back to the schools and the community to be able to help sponsor that niche issue where people are having with communication and being able to streamline that. So with that, Shelly, I'll open it up for any questions that anybody may have, and that concludes the Hallr demo.
Thank you, Dave, so much. If anybody has a question that they would like to direct to Dave or Hallr, you can use the instant messaging on the right-hand side. Just type it in, and I'd be happy to forward that on to Dave. I'd like to leave this webinar open for just a minute or two to give you that opportunity. So, Dave, I'll be right with you if there are any questions, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. So as we're waiting for some questions to come in, I do just want to make one more point to you all on this webinar, and that is this app was designed with the intention of the end user. The end user being, again, the parents and the community members. What we found out is from their perspective, it's so hard to know what's going on, when things are happening, when events are going on, receiving real-time updates. And so from that perspective, it's so simple and so easy for a parent or a grandparent or a community member to simply go on, hit one button, just follow or star that particular organization and stay up to date and included on all that's happening within that organization. So just a very nice perspective shift, if you will, from, again, the admin role to the actual parent and the people that are trying to receive that communication.
Okay, Dave, I don't have any questions. I want to let everybody know, though, this webinar is being recorded. As soon as it becomes available, which is later this afternoon, I'd be more than happy to forward it on to you. It will be posted on YouTube. So thank you again, Dave and Hallr and everybody that attended this webinar. Wanted to remind you as well, SSDA will be hosting their fall conference October 26th through the 28th here in Sacramento at the McClellan Conference Center. Visit ssda.org, click the events tab, and there's a list of a lot of upcoming events for SSDA. Again, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Hallr, and thank you all attendees. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.